Okay, let's turn this around. So, first of all,
Can't tell me
can't tell you what.
of the surprise.
I'm not going to tell you.
You did.
Oh, once upon a time, I was in my mom's basement and she had 3 things here.
Oh, you said it's a rug.
Oh, well, that doesn't matter. That's not a surprise about it. What the surprise about it is that my grandma made this rug and I have no idea what it looks like. What do you think is happening? Have you any ideas what's happening, Maya? No. Okay, that's just as well. So, I found this. There were 3 rugs, and then I thought we were each going to have a rug, and then there were only 2 rugs. My sister.
That's a pink one for me.
No, what is surprised about it is that we don't know what it looks like. This has been in my basement for my whole life. Well, since I grew up in my life. And
we can open it?
Yeah, will you help me open this surprise? It's a surprise for the get that. There we go. Okay. I have to undo this cutter. Okay, you pull the other side. You go the other side. Now I have no idea what my grandma made. I have no idea what kind of rug it is. Don't know what color it is. I don't know pattern, but I know she hooked it because that's what she did. She hooked rugs. Okay, now that one's up. Let's get that one up here too. This is a very sticky duct tape. Okay, so you flop the end down. Flop the end down. Okay, and then can you unfold that? It's all tangled up there. Right. Right, okay, now let's turn the rug over. Okay, now we're unwinding it. Wow. Wow. This is what it is. This is the rug she made. Now, I bet I have seen this rug in her house. Yeah, I tell you. What is this? Is this... Oh, no. The moths got into it. Oh, the moths have been here. Well, it is what it is. Some people use antiquing to make things look old. We don't need to do that. We have our real, genuine, authentic moth holes. This rug is not going out of my way. This is what was in the car. Okay, so let's open it up and see what it is. Oh, isn't it pretty, Maya? Look at the roses in the middle. My grandmother sat at her hooking rug loom, and she did this day after day after day. Boy, you know, I could actually fix those places that it's broken. I mean, I have all the colors now. I have all of her work. It's a big dent, but you know what? They really just look like part of the pattern, don't they? Look at this pattern. She was so good at it. Look at how she blended these colors. Look at how many colors are in that one spot. It's really difficult to imitate her work. You know, like she's got... I have to put my glasses on. Willem, you haven't seen my glasses anywhere, have you? Okay. So this is reading glasses I'm wearing. So it's easier here. So this color there's one color here, and that goes down there and over there. That whole thing, I think, is that color. But then there's another color. Now, where does it change? That's very dark, and it doesn't seem as dark over here. So this is, you know, one color there, and then this one filled in, and then came down there, and then another color here. It's like paint by numbers, right? Only you have to put the strips of, you're using, you're using 1/4-inch strips of wool fabric. This is beautiful, you know. It's really beautiful. She made this one. This one was in the, you know, I tell you, coming in the living room is like a time warp. It's like, ding, time machine. Okay, this rug is really dirty. Wow. Compared to that rug, which must be about the same, I think this is just very dirty. But it's also a different color. The floor is dirty. Oh my gosh. Rugs cover a multitude of sins. This really is a filthy, filthy rug. I have to wash this rug. Or have it dry cleaned or something. Shake it out at the least. Lay it in the snow and bang on it. Did you want to know about the snow? It's a beautiful day. Very beautiful. So now there was a third one of these. Where's the other one? What have I done with it? Huh. Well, I have mine is in there. Let me show you mine. Now, brace yourself. We don't usually go in this room. Certainly don't bring unsuspecting human beings in here. Okay, so there we go. Oh, it's nice and dark. You can't see anything, but you need light. Yep. I can see where I could spend a little time in here and make some success and feel like I had committed progress. I didn't even know you weren't there. Are you there again? I don't have my teeth in. I'm trying to get this thing out of this cupboard. My grandmother's rug and my back hurts. I did some snow shoveling yesterday. At least there's a really good reason for having a backache. Okay. Making progress. Look at this. Here we go. Well, okay, what's going on here? So, they did the road, so the road is passable. And then is the highway open? Jimmy, did you go to? But it's still snowing. Are the roads still covered with? Are they getting covered with new snow? The highway down there. What does it look like? It's very white all the way down there. I see nothing but white. If the road is black, it should show up. Unless we have to look at too many trees between here and there. So, I don't know. Can't see any black lines somewhere where it's a road. I can see a white line. Wow, what a lot of snow. What a lot of snow. I like turning it this way better. Does it mess it up when I turn it this way? Or do you just get used to it? It works that way. I'm going to just close it up so I don't Okay, so we're going to come out here. I was going to sit down because my back is so bad. But we were opening up Grandma's surprise. So, we've opened Grandma's surprise rug. Let's see. Oh, this is... I've got it tight on there so it can't swivel. Smart move, Mom. Smart. Okay, there we go. tip it. I think I'll put it in front of this couch where I'm sitting. I think you're crooked. I have no idea. Because you may be crooked or you may not. Oh, and you're way too back close. Let's see what we can. You're still not reconnecting or something, are you? Now you're live again. Hello, hello. Okay, so, right. Oh, I see, yeah, so, this stays down, but this gets loosened. I've been looking for something to do while I sit, you know? I didn't like just... Okay. We could turn it. Where are the hookies? Wow, it's gonna be awesome. What are you looking at? Where are you anyway? Are you looking in the corner? It says device is locked, rotate. Wow, people are here. Okay, this should be turned around. And it says orientation is locked, rotate device back. Oh, I see, you don't have any energy. I understand you're about to die. But why, you were plugged in all night? Weren't you? Only part of the night. Alright, where's this here? Alright, I'm so sorry not to have thought of your energy level. Things are changing. Must not be in on the way. Okay, here we go. Come on, ding. Just a ding, and then I know you're on. I got some stuff to make it a better connection. So I guess you don't have any power. Let me see what I can do with this thing. Did you connect? Together again. Okay. I have to find a place to put you so I can use my hands, but you can still see what's going on. That's the story of my life. You know, I was trying to make it so you're all able to see everything. On this rug I got in Mexico. It is a time warp, you know, all this furniture and stuff. This is such a strange thing. I come in this room and suddenly I'm in 1963. I guess that'll change as time goes by. I don't know which side I'm working on with this. I guess it's whatever I want to do, obviously. Oh, twist it again one more time. Just one little light in the darkness. So, am I supposed to go to church it's so much snow and it's still coming down. Now, if it were just coming down and there were no snow on the ground, I can't find my glasses and I can't find my teeth. My back hurts and the snow is coming down. Now, I think just the snow, it's like sleet. Looks like rain snow. I don't want to go out in that. Look at the snow. It's pretty rough shape. So I think this is not a good day to go out. Willem? He's out there shoveling the dike. Look, it's almost 8 o'clock. That's how bright it is outside today. I went to bed at 7 last night and got up at 7 this morning. And I'm exhausted. I think I could go back to bed. Isn't it pretty? Oh no, don't let the rain come down. No, no, don't let the rain come down. Oh no, don't let the rain come down. My trees all have snow in them and they will drown. Oh yes, my trees all have snow on them and they will drown. No, no, break the crowns. My tree. Oh no, don't let the rain come down. Oh no, don't let the rain come down. Oh no, don't let the rain come down. My trees all have snow in them. The snow on the trees will all break the crowns. Oh yes, the snow on the trees will all break the crowns. There was a crooked man with a crooked little house. He had a crooked sixpence and a crooked little mouse. He walked a crooked mile across a crooked little stile, and they all lived together in a crooked little house. Oh no, don't let the rain come down. Oh no, don't let the rain come down. Oh no, don't let the rain come down. My roof's got a hole in it and I might drown. Oh yes, my roof's got no, wait. My snow. Oh, I'm sorry. I looked at this camera. I flipped it around and there was this pretty lady and I thought, oh, I could look at her again. And I forgot and I let my song just go on autopilot and there it was, singing the wrong line. So now I guess we have to back up. But it's okay because my living room is a time machine. I think I'll put that on that'll be the new, I'll put that as a name somewhere. The time machine. Time Warp Castle. Boy, my mouth is dry. Time Warp Castle, and I really would like to have my teeth, but then I have to get up and walk around and my back already hurts. And I'm finally sitting down. After all that. And I opened my grandmother's rug. And I got this out. Sometimes you have a bit of a mind of your own, you know. And it's like the barrels. Desmond was going to go play on the barrels or in the barrels. You know how you can roll around, can roll across the whole floor in the barrel. Or you could climb on the barrel and you can try and stand there and walk on it and move it. But I told him that the barrels are not going to want to do what he wants to do. He might think that he's in charge of the barrels, but the barrels are really in charge. And they are wild. And you have to tame them so you have to find a way. You have to make them so they can't just do what they want to do. And so he got chairs. He barricaded the sides of them with chairs. He says, there. And then he got on. Oh, how funny. Oh, that's so funny. These pictures on the walls. Oh, I did that for my teeth so you couldn't see my teeth. This is like one of those movies. Peace, Love, and Security or something. What was the name of that movie? It was very funny. This hippie who had gotten old was still a hippie, and the next generation, it's amazing, like we were hippies. And our children, no way. It's like, hippies, are you kidding? They are like degenerate. I mean, I don't know that they would say that, but like our kids are not hippies. They do things in a socially acceptable way. They dress properly. They eat properly. They're very careful with everything that they consume. They're concerned for the environment. They're concerned for equal rights for everyone, equal pay for equal value, getting rid of racism, all those human traits that are fallible, the 7 deadly sins. That's the sin that they would get rid of, is the racism, the pride. I am better than you, but not really the pride. No, because they still have all their stuff. They're really into their stuff. What they wear, what they eat, where they eat. They got a lot of pride. So it's not about pride in general. It's only about pride against people of other colors. So that's the thing. But as human beings, you might not know about it, but if you think about it really hard and follow me, you might see what I'm saying. We all feel comfortable around certain things. And we have a common culture. Those who make the same amount of money as we do have a common culture with us. Those who go to the same church that we go to have a common culture with us. Those who shop at the same grocery store have a common culture with us. But those cultures don't all combine. It's just like at Facebook, you may have 500 friends. Your neighbor next door has 500 friends, but only 3 or 4 of them are the same. Or maybe 20 of them are the same. But so those 20 that are the same, that's our shared culture. But the rest is a whole different culture that each other have no clue about. No clue. That's the thing. No clue. And you see, when I was fat, people didn't make friends with me or anything. And they wouldn't bother. I mean, I would be in a room and people would look in the room and I wasn't there. I was invisible. I was fat. I was not part of their culture. They had no idea what my culture was, how I got that way, why I stayed that way, how I could want to stay that way or not want to stay that way, how I could be unsuccessful in changing it. Or memories that I was that way once and I can see. And so we have these uncommon cultures. It's like giving a paper in sociology. And so we group together naturally. Children want to be with children. Grown-ups want to be with grown-ups. Parents want to be with parents. People who pray want to be with people who pray. People who jump off cliffs and have avalanches crashing along behind them as they go down the slope like to be with other people that like that. And so the people that would used to have always kind of smiled and included me could no longer do that. People that I didn't know, people I did know, well, we still had shared culture, but the only shared culture I had with a large lady in Walmart was that I was in Walmart and I was large. So therefore, we had those 2 things in common. Plus, we were women. We had 3 things in common. But we also had this shared culture of why we were fat, why we were not thin, how we got fat, what we felt about being fat, how many times we had tried to undo the damage, how failure-ish we felt because we could not undo it. In fact, it would go the opposite direction. We'd try as hard as we could, and it would go the wrong way, and we couldn't figure it out, and we would get lost, and it would swallow us up. And we were in this circle, this culture of this, that only those that are in that culture can understand. The helplessness and and the discouragement and the rationalization against the judgments. Anyway, so I would have seen a lady in Walmart. We would have just looked at each other and we just kind of knew each other a bit. We just smile or say hi or whatever. We shared a common culture. Now, if I go to Walmart and I see somebody big, I am still this person who had to work for millions of years with this culture, with this situation in my life. Only nobody can see it because I won. For now, nothing is permanent. I mean, and it's my biggest fear, right? So the whole thing about the culture of being fat pervades me, even though I'm not fat right now. Anyway, but when I see her now, and I'm small and she's big, I say hi, and something's changed. She doesn't recognize me. I'm a complete stranger. And then something happened when I lost weight. And I've always braided my hair and put it up over my head when it's hot. I just do that. Or if I want to look really pretty. It also helps me stand up straight. Oh, because it sort of goes with it. But I did that one day, and I walked into a room, and there was a person there who I only shared a very small amount of culture. Well, you see, I'm in a different age span, so whether or not my socioeconomic level is the same, like we really, as much as you think it's not important, no, it is important. That's why there's an unspoken rule: you never, ever tell anybody about money. I make that mistake, and I suffer for it. Should never do that. Never, ever, ever. Because you're always either a bit above or a bit below, or a lot above or a lot below. You're never exactly the same, except maybe the person who works beside you. But even there, you're not the same because they have different expenses. Their apartment might not be the same as yours. The foods they like and the price they are might not be the same. So you do not share completely 100% the culture of somebody like that. So I don't know if you can see where I'm going with this because I'm kind of long-winded, but when I went in, I saw this person who I had seen a million times, but now I was thin and my hair was up and I was standing straight. And I was in her culture. I had walked into her culture and she recognized me and she smiled and said hi. I was not used to being in her culture. There I was in her culture looking around thinking, oh, where have I gone? Where am I? Where am I? It's a real different culture when you're not big and you never have had to be big and you don't ever have to worry about being big. You can eat what you want and maybe you do have to control yourself a little bit, but it's just, it's just a little bit. It's not like a big problem. I mean, it's like making the bed. It's just not, or dusting. It's just nothing outrageous. It's just something you do. You just eat less. But I don't know that culture. I'm learning it as I stay this size. The culture, my own knowledge of the situation is changing. I'm better able to see the effects of food on my body, the effects of food on my mind or on my energy. I have no energy today. No energy at all. But I ate lots of things. But peanuts and raisins and hummus was, oh, what I ate yesterday. I suppose I should start keeping track of it. Boy, it's so beautiful outside. I'll see it again. Why would anybody want to go live in Georgia? I just don't, it just is unfathomable to me. It may be warm, you may be able to go for a walk, but do you really want to go for a walk around a city block? where it's so dry and the pine trees and, well, but now they've got beautiful flowering trees. It smells so lush in the spring and it's beautiful. And other than that, I guess, I would rather see this than see bare trees in the winter. What do you say? Bare trees or this? See, I think bare trees look kind of stark. So down there you've got the summer, which is absolutely unsufferable. No human being should have ever stayed in such a place when they lived there. Of course, people would say that about here. But there again, it's the culture of it. You look out there and you just see snow. Oh, pretty snow. Looks like a Christmas postcard. I like Christmas postcards. One day I'd like to go skiing like in the postcard. That may be your reality of snow. My reality of snow is watching it get deeper. Hey, Vicky. Watching it get deeper and deeper and watching the birds come and spill seeds on the snow. Watching the sun come out or the wind come up. As soon as the sun comes out, it changes the temperature and then you get a breeze because you know it's going to heat the air as it comes in. Warm air rises, cold air sinks. So as it heats the tops of the trees and they get warm, there's no room for the cold air, so the cold air sinks, and you start having a temperature thing. You have a thing that's happening out there. Can I turn this or does it mess it up? Can you just tell me so I can leave it here and have it? I think that's a better one. But I don't know if it wrecks it. If you have to turn on your head or if the picture automatically turned. I think the picture automatically turned. So anyway, hi Willem.
Hi.
So I think on account that it looks like it's kind of like sleet coming down there, and whatever is coming down is going to be greasy as it comes down on the roads.
Mm-hmm.
And however long ago the road has been plowed, it'll be greasy now. I mean, unless they've got salt down and it's melting immediately, but I would see the road. I would see a black line of road from here. And I would hear the traffic.
Okay, let me just go and check then.
You're going to go down to the highway?
Yeah,
I should come down for a walk.
I'm gonna go straight down and back and I have the phones on the crate.
Okay.
So that is whether I don't hear a phone or not.
Okay. Anyway, so what I was talking about before, finish my topic. So, when I'm fat, I fit in with fat people. When I'm skinny, I fit in with skinny people. When I'm white, I fit in with white people. I know you don't want to hear it. You don't want to say it. You say everything's exactly the same. It's not. If you grew up in India, your culture, the way you look at life, things you're used to, just like if you're fat versus skinny, your color has an influence on you. We white people think it doesn't. We white people think it's ridiculous. We do not see it. But if you ask people that are not this culture, this color, what do they say? They see it. But also, we're not one of them. We're different. There's a culture around it. When I was in Georgia, kids came to school, they had kinky black hair, and they used some kind of a wax on it, right? Or grease or something. That was totally foreign to me. I could not imagine putting grease in my hair. I couldn't imagine what would happen in my hair. I thought it was horrible to have grease in your hair. I knew nothing about it. It was not my culture. We did not share that culture. We did, however, share the culture of wanting to look nice. We shared the culture of working hard in school, of playing the same games, being in the same classes, having conversations together. We shared lots of culture together. We were in the same school. We had some of the same friends. We would be in groups together. But mostly, when a fat person comes in the room, The fat person, the skinny people don't feel comfortable with the fat person. So as a white girl, I was always told I was a white girl. I was labeled a white girl when I grew up. You're a white girl. It was no question. It was no secret. It was nothing anybody wanted to hide. And I guess I'm still a white girl. Only now I realize this privileged white people, I had no idea how privileged I am having been born as a white girl. I had no idea. I didn't have to pay for my education. I had a car I could always use until I bought my own. I didn't have to worry about being discriminated against. I was never discriminated against. I could always get a job I wanted to get if I was qualified, right? One time I was told I was overqualified. I tried to get a job at a factory in Athens, Georgia, General Time. Of course, I had university education and I had a wealth of experience outside of factory work, and it was totally not my culture. I didn't know anybody that worked in a factory. I'd never worked in a factory. I had never met anybody that worked in a factory. And then I went and I got this job, and I worked in this factory for 6 weeks so I could earn enough money to go back to Canada. Because I had come down there, I had a miscarriage. Actually, I had left him. Then I went back. But, so, but our culture, so imagine now men. Imagine their culture, what it's like to be a man and what they do. You know, they're all about fixing things, fixing situations, fixing the fact that there's no money. They'll fix that. They'll get a job. Fixing problems. They'll fix the truck. They'll take on a second job. They're all about fixing things. I mean, they're also about a million other things. They play the piano. They play sports. But you know, when you say sports, to me, I picture being in the car with my dad and the radio was on. We would be traveling. We'd be going to see my grandmother from Georgia. We'd go up to Pine Plains, New York, from Athens, Georgia. Excuse me. And we would see your culture. Does your culture allow me to make that sound? Or is that something that your culture, that is a terrible thing and not allowed in your culture? See, as a hippie, we threw out all those cultural norms. We threw out everything. It didn't matter to us. We didn't see the colors anymore. We didn't see if people are fat or thin. All we saw was life and love and concern. And now we grew up. That's who we were. And that was our culture. Not everybody. There was the Rotsi and the freaks. We called ourselves, first we were hippies, and then we were freaks, and then we were long hairs, and then we were long hair hippie freaks. Before hippies, we were beatniks, but I wasn't a beatnik. That was like in the 50s, I think. I was born in 55, so I didn't enter society. Whoa, that's a really silly thing to say, because I entered society the moment I was born. I was born with a silver spoon in my mouth. I had no idea. I thought the neighbors were much better off than we were because they had carpets. We only had wooden floors. Ooh. We had to throw down these stupid little carpets that didn't look very nice. But they had beautiful plush carpets that would go all the way across we just had hard floors. Nothing cozy. So I thought we were not very well off because we didn't have carpets. We only had wood. And of course, I think I better go. Well, it's been nice chatting with you. Ta-ta. Where's the X?